So you guys asked for more Redbubble t-shirt design tutorials, and that's exactly what I'm going to be bringing you today. I'm going to be showing you how to make the eat, sleep, repeat designs to hopefully get you guys some extra sales. If you're ready for this, please do drop a like, as that would be very much appreciated. And with that said, let's jump straight into the video. Hi guys, my name is Phil and welcome to the Money Game YouTube channel. For anyone that's new around here, I make print-on-demand content to both motivate and to give you guys tips and tricks on how you can improve your print-on-demand shops. If you're new around here and you haven't already, please do click on that subscribe button with the notification bell switched on. That way you won't miss out on any future videos. And if you want any extra information, I have a free print-on-demand starter guide that's linked down in the description alongside a paid step-by-step guide anyone looking to turn this into a full-time thing. Now in today's video, we'll be covering the eat, sleep, repeat niche, like I said at the start, which currently has 87,147 results, which is quite a lot. But as we get through this video, I'll be showing you a sub niche you can jump into with low competition. As you can see, there's a variation of different styles. There's the styles where you can have the image on the side. There's the style where you just have the text. And I'm mainly going to be showing you how to make designs alongside the style or the text, mainly because it's easy to scale. So these are the designs I'm going to be making. I've already made them, but I'm just going to be recreating them so you guys can see the process. Follow along if this is something you want to do. The designs stand out, as you can see on the t-shirts there. One of them has a logo, and obviously I'll talk you through how you can do all of this. And as for the niche, what you can change within these niche is the main keyword that's highlighted in orange. Here it is farm. So we've got eat, sleep, farm, repeat. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, why have I gone for eat, sleep, farm, repeat? Well, I'll show you exactly why. As you can see that the niche only has 287 results, which means that it's easy to potentially get yourself sales, and it's easier to actually get yourself potentially on the first page. Some of the top designs, as you can see, are just text-based. They don't have any images on them. So if you are going to use the design style I'm going to be showing you in this video, you can easily jump into a niche like this. I thought it would be a nice bonus to kind of share with you in this video, so you're not just learning how to make this design, you're also getting a niche that you can apply this to straight away. Now I'm going to be making the designs I'm going to be showing you guys on Photoshop, but I understand not everyone has Photoshop. So if that is you, you can jump onto photopea.com, which is a free online alternative to Photoshop. It looks something like this. You can literally find it by going on Google. Once you have it opened, you can select new project, set the dimensions. So usually I go with 5,000 by 7,100, which I'll try to put in here fairly quickly. And once you have the dimensions put in, as so, you can change the DPI to 150 if you want. But then once that's done, you can click create, and then you have your dimensions set up like this. And yeah, from this point, you can pretty much start following along with what I'm going to be doing. The settings and the setup is pretty much very similar, if not exactly the same, to Photoshop. So yes, follow along on this. You can do it both on the PC, laptop, and on the phone, even though I wouldn't recommend using this on the phone, as it can be a little bit awkward. Jumping onto Photoshop, this is pretty much what you'll be able to see. I'm going to move my head a little bit so you guys can see the layers better. So I'll put my head there. And yeah, as I'm on Photoshop, you can see that I've got my canvas created. It's with the dimensions I've just mentioned for Photopea, which are 5,000 by 7,100. And once you do that, you want to go on this bottom layer and you want to right click and you want to go on blending options, and you want to make sure that you have black selected on this box here. This kind of gives you an idea of what your design would look like on, for example, a black t-shirt. Now what I've already made, I've got it in two folders. So we've got the first design here, we've got the second design here, and I'm going to be showing you quickly how to make them looking kind of like this, so without the additional effect on to start with, and I'll be talking about the effect towards the end of the video. Nevertheless, what you want to do is obviously start off by picking your font. So I'm going to start off by remaking this design. It's very easy to make. So once you're on Photoshop or Photopea, you want to click on text, and then once you click on text, you just want to start typing it out. So the font it's currently on is Bebus. So you want to type in obviously eat, sleep, whatever, repeat. And for those who don't know this font, Bebas, it's spelled Bebas for anyone who wants to look it up. So I'm gonna start it off. So eat, it might not be in all capital letters, hopefully it is. And then I'm gonna expand this. You currently can't see the text, mainly because it's most likely in black, so we want to make that white. So what I've done, I've kind of highlighted the area, gone in the text, and now I'm just changing the color to white so you guys can see it. And you want to pick how big you want this to be. Rule of thumb when you're making designs like this is you want them to stand out as much as possible while still kind of looking natural. So I'll make it fairly big to start with, and I'll adjust after I have all the other words in. So I've got eat, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this file. I accidentally put it into a folder there, so I'm going to drag it to the top. I'm going to duplicate it by clicking Control J. On Mac it would be Command J. I'm going to drag down, so I hold Shift to make sure that everything kind of stays aligned. So eat, and then we're going to change this to sleep. Sleep has 2 E's, not 3. And then once again, I want to hold Shift, and I want to align till the pink line shows me it's somewhat aligned. Making sure that designs are aligned is very important when it comes to Redbubble and the design looking appealing. So always take the extra time to make sure that's good. And then just below, we're gonna once again duplicate, so Control J. I'm gonna change this so that it says farm. And then I'm gonna once again align. As you guys can see, it's very, very easy to do. And after I've got everything made, you see why it's very effective for future designs. So I've clicked on text, I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna go on color, and then we're gonna go with an orange. So this is the orange I'm gonna use. I've been using orange a lot lately, mainly because one, it stands out, but obviously you can make this any other bright color you guys can think of. And I'm gonna duplicate sleep because sleep is still in the white text. And then we want to change that so it says repeat. If you're thinking, okay, it's too big, don't worry, I will adjust everything. So then we put repeat. Once again, I'm gonna align it. The design so far, obviously it's oversized for the canvas, but what you want to do at this point, you want to just highlight everything, click on the little folder, and then it'll kind of put everything in the folder, and you can just start to resize everything so it fills up as much of the space as you can. So what I do when I'm doing this, so what I have in mind is what it will look like on a t-shirt, what it will look like on a poster, what it will look like on a greetings card. So with these dimensions, you want to make sure that there isn't too many big spaces left. So as you can see, I'm trying to resize it so I can make as much make use of as much space as I can without leaving too many blank spaces, and I feel like that pretty much does the job. So at this point, as you guys can see, you've got the design pretty much set up. You could add little full stops at the end of each word to kind of add emphasis to it. For this tutorial, I don't feel like there's a need in doing that. And yeah, this is pretty much how you go about making the first design style. Once that's done, you can always duplicate the group if you want. So you have your initial group, and then you have the group copy, and on the duplicated group, you can then change the word farm to whatever you want to change it to. Obviously you have to be within reason, because this niche initially comes from Eat, Sleep, Rave, Repeat, which are lyrics that came from a song which is trademarked. So when you're using this, you want to make sure that you are checking that the keywords you're using aren't trademarked with this phrase. It's another important thing to do, and you can easily do that by going on trademark here. But like I said, if you're trying to add other niches, you can then change the words there. So for example, for people who like to play ball, this could go under a number of sports. So we've got eat, sleep, ball, repeat, eat, sleep, code, repeat. As you can see, you could most likely make a lot of designs just using this template. The main reason I show you guys this as well is because there are still a lot of niches within this kind of eat, sleep, repeat niche that have a lot of low results. And obviously if you put the time in to research them, to get your own list going, you can actually then make a number of designs fairly quickly. You can put in those niches, and this is probably the best way to do it, because if you're not adding logos at the side, it doesn't add to the time it takes you to make the design. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the first one. The second design style looks a little bit more like this. So once again, it's literally the same kind of thing. I'm not gonna remake it from scratch, mainly because it's pretty much the same process as what you saw, but I will tell you what the name of the font is for anyone who wants to make something like this. So the font is called, I think it's Poppins, but let me just make sure. So it's Poppins, spelled Poppins, for anyone who wants to actually make something similar. I've pretty much made sure the text is aligned at the edges. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of space here, a little bit of space here, which is something that can be a bit of a problem. So I've added an image there. This image, you can also put it just below. So I'm gonna slightly change the design. So if you want to fill out the space a little bit more, if you have an image that you can add, you can actually increase the size of the image. Let me just make sure it looks fairly okay. Once the image is increased, then you want to make sure that you're dragging the text above. If you want to highlight everything like I just did, you just hold Control or Command, and then you just select everything, then you can drag it all up together. So yeah, this is just another way you can make the same style of design and kind of save yourself time if you're still feeling like you want to use images alongside it. And for anyone looking for images such as this one, they're actually easy to get. If you're looking for images similar to that, you can go on sites like Vexels, type in tractor like I did, and search. And then once you search, it will show you a bunch of PNGs, t-shirt design templates that you can download to help with your designs. Vexels is a paid subscription service. I mean, if you want to use it, try it out. I have a link in the description. But like I said, with the first design, you don't have to use images. You could just use text. Now back to Photoshop with the first initial design that I made. Once your design is made, if you want it to look a bit more different to some of the ones out there, and if you want it to look good on a t-shirt, you can add this layer overlay that then puts a sort of distressed effect to it to make it look a little bit cooler. If you want to give you a hand at this design and you want to use the distressed effect, check out this video here as I show you how to apply the distressed effect to designs. If you made it this far into this video, comment down more tutorials only if you want them, and always remember that everything is rigged in your favor, and manifest success.